Okay, so I'm going to show you the basics of Builder here and how to access the mode. So I think the easiest way to do this is to go to the page that you're going to want to modify and access it through there. So I think a good page to showcase the basic functions is the executive leadership page. And um, one more thing while I'm in this view and you can see what's going on, these a little bit, this looks weird because it's in Builder and you can see it has this little bar which is actually just pushing down the animation. So this isn't how it looks on the live site, in case this worries you when you see it. So just wanted to point that out while you can see it. So let's go to the executive leadership page. And accessing Builder is as easy as just clicking the Big C Builder up in the top navigation bar here. Okay, now you'll see that this has changed. The WordPress bar is now Builder. And really all you're going to use here is the done. And this will be when you've made actual changes. You can either discard, which will cancel anything you've done, and then save draft, which will save it but not actually push it live. So no one will see it unless you're logged in. And then when you come back into Builder mode, it will have saved those changes. Um, but publishing is when you've double checked everything and it's ready to go live. This will commit them and push them to the live site so that everyone who's viewing the site will be able to see it. And then cancel, which just closes this menu here. Um, and now once you get into the actual page, you can see as I hover around, it highlights the modules, so you can kind of see how this is structured and was built. These big ones, these are the rows, and these rows contain modules. So each one of these has a little bit of its own navigation bar, and they're pretty self-explanatory, and you can actually hover over it and it'll tell you what does what. This is drag and drop. This is how you access the settings. Duplicate, which can be useful, and columns, which I wouldn't recommend touching or remove. But we're going to go into the settings, and this is how you will change text basically universally across any text module. And it's as simple as just highlighting and then typing in the new content. To save that, you just click Save, which will save it. But again, you're only working in a draft mode, so this doesn't actually publish anything. And I'll show you a basic text module. This is a standard text editor. So this is where all your body copy will be. And the important thing to know here is that you can add links, you can make bold text and add italics. This functions a lot like an email text editor. So if you're familiar with that, you probably this looks familiar. But one thing I do want to show you is some important stuff regarding adding a link. You'll click this little chain link icon here. You can see it highlights it, creates the link format, but then you have to add your URL here, and then this will submit the link and lock it to this text. You can get rid of it too once you've done it the same way. But one thing I do think is really, really important is a bit of UX, which is user experience, bit of thinking done here. So if you're going to link to a page within your site, let's say we were going to do, in this case, we were going to link to a general contractors page, which just for the sake of this tutorial, then you would not want to click this because it's still part of your site. You want to keep the user in their journey through your site. Whereas if, let's say in a blog post, you were linking out to a publication website, then I would recommend opening that in a new link tab. So you just check this box, and that way when they click it, it will open a new tab and your site will still remain on their screen, so they their journey does not get disrupted. Just a really important small detail that I wanted to emphasize. And then you can actually, instead of hitting save, if you don't like your changes and you want to revert back to where they were, you can just hit cancel. It won't save anything. I think that's about it for the really basic stuff. I'll go into images next. So, and then I think I'll show you how to add and remove a team member here while we're on this page.